From football heads to conjoined pets, Nickelodeon ruled the airwaves for 2 decades, giving us pure animated chaos. Today, we're counting down every Nicktoons from 1990 to 2010. The shows that shaped our Saturday morning cartoons, covered our Trapper Keepers, and warped our sense of humor. Let's dive into 20 years of slime soaked nostalgia. Starting off in 1991, we've got Doug. Doug was one of the original 3. I liked Doug a lot as a kid. I don't watch it a lot as an adult. And it moved to Disney at some point in the mid-90s. Based on this, I'm going to put Doug at A tier. I think it's a great show. I just don't have as much nostalgic love for it. Especially when you compare it to like Rugrats, which is my top nostalgic watch of all time. It's also my favorite Nicktoon of all time. Rugrats is going to go on the S tier without question. I just love this show. I think it's so fun. It's so imaginative. And the art style was kind of wonky, which was a nice like change of pace. Then you've got the Ren and Stimpy show. This is going to be a hot take. I might get some heat for this. I don't love Ren and Stimpy. I never got into it. I found it a little bit too crude and a little grotesque. I think that was probably the whole point. But based on this, I'm going to put Ren and Stimpy on C tier. I know it's a cult classic, but it's just not for me. Moving into 1993, we had Rocko's Modern Life. Now, this is a show I didn't love as a kid, but as an adult, I've really grown to love it. I watch it a lot, almost every day before I go to bed. I put it on as background noise. So I'm going to put Rocko's Modern Life on S tier. I just love it. I also love the creator and the style of it. The creator's name escapes me, but I just love Rocko's Modern Life. I think it's a great show, and it's a fun watch today. 1994 brought us All Real Monsters. I watched this a lot as a kid. I had mixed feelings about it. I love the art style. For some reason, as a kid, it would scare me a bit. Today, I don't have that same fear for it, and I think it's a great watch, especially around spooky season. I'm going to put All Real Monsters in A tier. It's got the similar vibe that I like in terms of the art style. I think it's a classic. 1996 brought us 2 great shows. It brought us Hey Arnold, and it brought us Kablam. I watch Hey Arnold to this day. I love Hey Arnold. I love that it's layered with darker undertones and, more complex stories. I'm going to put Hey Arnold on S tier. It's one that I watch regularly. I might put it on after I film this video, actually. Kablam is not one I go back and watch. However, it is a core memory of mine. I remember watching Harvey Birdman and Action League Now religiously. It's not something I will go back and watch today. It's completely unhinged, but it does have that core memory component. So I'm going to put it on C tier for that reasoning. I'm trying to weigh out nostalgia value, how much I liked it as a kid and how much I like it as an adult. And that's where I'm kind of basing these rankings on. 1997 brought us the Angry Beavers, and I absolutely love Norbert and Daggett. I think the show had a fun art style. I don't know that it carries the same popularity as some of these others at the top of the list. I'm going to put it on... I think I'm going to put Angry Beavers at A tier. No, I'm going to put it at S tier. I really like it. And then we're going to move into 1998, which had Cat Dog and the Wild Thornberrys. Cat Dog is one that I always felt like was around longer than it actually was. I watched it a fair amount as a kid, and I watch it occasionally today. Sometimes when I watch it now, I get a little overstimulated. But I did love the Cat Dog cheese nips from the 90s. I'm going to put Cat Dog at B tier. And then Wild Thornberrys is an all-time favorite of mine as well. I really liked Wild Thornberrys. I mean, you could talk to animals. Who doesn't want to do that? I was a big animal lover. I still am. And I watch it frequently today. I also really liked the Wild Thornberrys movie and the crossover with the Rugrats, which was Rugrats Go Wild. Then in 1999, we had SpongeBob SquarePants and Rocket Power. SpongeBob is obviously like Nickelodeon's cash cow right now. It's really huge. I loved it in elementary school and junior high. I mean, I had all my notebooks, my folders, my backpack. I had a pillow that was SpongeBob. So it holds a lot of nostalgic value for me. I do try and go back and watch it. I find that I really like the earlier seasons compared to the newer seasons, and and that's probably just for nostalgia. The show overstimulates me as an adult. So I'm going to put this on A tier, and I know that might shock some because it's still so popular, but for me, I have to weigh in how much I watch it currently, and it's just a lot for me to handle now. Rocket Power, another show that I thought was I thought it came out way earlier than it did, and I thought it was around a lot longer than it was. It really reminds me of like the All Real Monsters art style. It's got a little bit of that Angry Beavers art style. I liked the premise. It was kind of when X Games was growing in popularity. I didn't watch it a lot as a kid, but I watch it more now. So I'm going to put Rocket Power at A tier. Before we move into the 2000s, if you grew up on these Nicktoons, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more nostalgic content. And with that said, let's hit it. 2000s brought us 2 more titles. One of them I've absolutely never heard of, and As Told by Ginger. Now, the first one was called Pelswick. I had to look this up. I have zero recollection of this show ever being on Nickelodeon. I don't know if it just didn't do well. I know it was based on a book based on what I just read. But because I've never heard of it, or at least I don't remember it, it's going to be D tier for me. As Told by Ginger, on the other hand, that's one I did watch. And I really identified with the whole like tween, teenager, coming of age story. I don't watch it a lot now. But it had that banging theme song. I mean, Macy Gray just like killed it in that song. And I sing that song regularly. It is embedded in my brain. So I'm going to put As Told by Ginger, I'm going to put that on B tier. The reason it's not going up a little higher is because I don't watch it today. And there was one episode that was like about zits or something like that I always thought was really gross. So that's why it's just going to be in the middle of the pack for me. 2001 was a great year for Nicktoons. We got Fairly OddParents and Invader Zim. Now, Fairly OddParents is still a favorite of mine. It's a little overstimulating like some of the other earlier Nicktoons, but I really like the premise. I like the art. It's also got a great theme song, and I think it's just fun. You know, you could really do anything with these fairy godparents that Timmy Turner has, and so for that, I think I'm going to put it on A tier. And then Invader Zim is one I did not watch as a kid. I didn't get the hype. It was a little too dark for me. I didn't get the humor, but now as an adult, I really, really like Invader Zim, and it's moved up the list for me, similar to Rocko's Modern Life. So Invader Zim is going to be S tier. I just love it. I actually found the complete section at Goodwill, but they had it way overpriced, so I had to pass on it. I know, sad day. Moving into 2002, we had Chalk Zone and Jimmy Neutron. The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron. Chalk Zone I really liked as a kid. Again, I thought it was a really interesting story, and I thought the idea was fun, but I don't have that same love for it as an adult. I have watched it a time or two, and it kind of just falls flat for me. So I'm going to put Chalk Zone at B, and then The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron is going to be an S tier. It's one that I still really enjoy. I loved the movie, and I just always thought it was fun. It kind of gave Dexter's Laboratory vibes, but like it repackaged. It was, it was 3D animation. And it was just a fun change from like the other Nick shows that didn't really have this boy genius vibe. 2003 wasn't a great year. It gave us 2 shows. It gave us Rugrats All Grown Up, and then it gave us My Life as a Teenage Robot. Now, Rugrats All Grown Up, it received some heat. It doesn't get the love that I think it deserves. I don't think it's a masterpiece by any means, but I do enjoy it. It's easy to go back and watch. I might be blinded by nostalgia and my love for the original Rugrats series. I'm going to put it in the B tier just because I know it was not a fan favorite, but I don't have that same hate for it. My Life as a Teenage Robot, however, it's just kind of meh. It's going to be C tier. There's nothing in particularly wrong with this show, but I just didn't feel like there was any reason to put it higher either. So that's why it's going to go towards the bottom for me. In 2004, we got Danny Phantom, which is one of the only shows towards the end that's going to go higher up on the list. I actually really like the show. I was just watching it yesterday. It's a great spooky season watch, just like All Real Monsters. I really like the characters. I think the premise is cool. And it gives you like these fun flashbacks and history of like different ghosts and why they came to be. And yeah, I don't know. I really like Danny Phantom. I'm going to put it on A tier. And then in 2005, we got 3 new shows. We got Avatar: The Last Airbender, Cat Scratch, and The X's. I don't think I even have to like plead my case for Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's S tier for sure. It is one of the best, not just best Nicktoons, it's one of the best cartoons of all time. It's layered with complexity. It's got deep storylines. The animation is fantastic. The fight scenes, there are so many epic fight scenes in Avatar: The Last Airbender. And we got a great spinoff of it with The Legend of Korra, so I am definitely going to put Avatar: The Last Airbender at S tier. And then for the other two, we had Cat Scratch and the X's. I just don't have a lot of love for them. Cat Scratch was about a bunch of cats, 3 cats, that inherited a fortune, and then the show's kind of about their antics. I didn't watch it, so I'm going to put it on D tier. The X's, however, I did watch. It kind of gives you like The Incredibles meets Kim Possible. It's like a whole family affair. I watched it. I don't remember a lot about it, and I don't go back and watch it, so I'm going to put that on C tier. There's nothing wrong with it. I just don't think of it when I think of great Nickelodeon shows. 2007 brought us El Tigre. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Let me know in the comments if I completely butchered that. But I did watch this, and I thought the premise was cool. It's kind of, the story of good and evil. I think his dad was a superhero and his grandpa was a villain, and they kind of fight over which path he should take. And then he also, Manny Rivera, also struggles with like being good and evil. I don't watch it. I don't go back and watch it, but I did really enjoy it as a queen. So I'm going to put this in B tier. And then Talk on the Power of Juju also came out in 2007. I don't remember watching the series, but I did play the game. And so just based on that, just on that little ounce of like connection, I'm going to put that in C tier. And then Back at the Barnyard was a spin-off from the Barnyard movie, which I enjoyed. I think it was kind of Shrek-esque in the sense that it had some adult humor in it, and I liked the style of it. It also had a fire video game that went with the movie. I think it went with the movie. I'm gonna put Back in the Barnyard in B tier. It's not the most memorable, but it's definitely not the worst, so it's gonna land in the middle of the pack for me. 2008 brought us The Mighty Bee and the Penguins of Madagascar. I love Amy Poehler. She was a co-creator on The Mighty Bee, but I never watched the show. The Mighty Bee came out in a time when I really wasn't watching a lot of Nickelodeon shows, so I don't have a lot of nostalgia for it, but Amy Poehler was a co-creator, so just based on that, I'm going to put her in C tier. I can't put her in the bottom. I love Amy Poehler, but I just don't have anything to work on for this show itself. The Penguins of Madagascar, however, this was probably the best spinoff from any movie that ever came. I love this show. I think it's hysterical. I loved each of the individual penguins' personalities. And I think it's just a fun watch. I'm going to put the Penguins of Madagascar on S tier. For me, it is one of my all-time favorite Nick shows. I think of it a lot. I'm always looking for it at the thrift stores. So yeah, Penguins of Madagascar is S tier for sure. And then as we come into the final stretch, we have 4 shows left. None of them really stand out to me. I didn't really watch a lot on Nick in this era. Mr. Meaty is one I just have absolutely no love for. It grossed me out. It kind of scared me. It was a little bit odd and obscure. I'm going to put Mr. Meaty on D tier. 2009 gave us Fanboy and Chum Chum, which I did watch. I found it incredibly annoying, so I'm going to put Fanboy and Chum Chum. That's going to go in D. And then in our last decade, 2010, we had Planet Sheen and Tough Puppy. Planet Sheen is the spinoff nobody asked for. It didn't come early enough to ride the wave of Jimmy Neutron for me. So I'm going to put Planet Sheen in D. Tough Puppy is also one I don't really remember, but I do like the art style. It's kind of similar to Danny Phantom. And I like the premise. It's a spy show. It's got animals as the main characters. I watched very little of it. So based on this, I'm going to put it in C tier. And there we have it. 20 years of Nickelodeon. Let me know in the comments. What do you think? Did I get this right? How would you rank some of these shows? Did I leave any off? Let me know if I missed your favorite show and where you would put it. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Until next time, see you later.